Hi everyone, it's Laurel here, and I'm here to talk to you about this Watercolor DIY ink pad. I saw this over on Julie Ebersol's blog. She did a video on it, and I was just blown away by it. I just think it's so cool. So it's an uninked ink pad here, broken up into 5 different sections. I don't know if you can tell here. There's a little gap in between each one. So I'm grabbing my Distress ink refills here. I have every color because I love the Distress line. And I'm going to go in and create this little DIY ink pad using some blues and some greens. Now there's, like I said, there's little gaps in between the two to help you easily apply your ink refills. If you accidentally get some ink on, the neighboring palette, it's okay. See, I just did it right there with the blue. It's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. Don't worry about it. I actually make 2 ink pads in this video, and I do it both times because I was so excited about this. I'm sure if you take your time and not act like a little kid in a candy store like I was, that wouldn't happen. But if it does, it's okay, I promise. Don't toss it or think that you've ruined anything because you haven't. Okay, the colors of the refills that I'm putting down are Peacock Feathers, Salty Ocean, Tumbled Glass, Evergreen Bough, and Cracked Pistachio. And I just thought it would be cool to create this little blue-green type ink pad here. Now you see this little kind of switch clicker thing to the left. What that does is that's going to push all of your pads together so you can ink them up. But when you store it, you're going to store it open like that so they don't dry out. So another cool thing I like about this is it doesn't let you put the lid on unless it's in this position right here. So that's super helpful for me. So again, to close it, you have to have it open, and your little ink palettes here separated. So I'll show you that in just a second. I just went back in and added a little bit more tumbled glass. Now you want to add enough to where you don't see any of the white of the ink pad shining through. And then I put the lid on it and I let it dry, or let it seep down into the pad for maybe 5 or 10 minutes before I moved on to the next part. So I'm going to show you how I, ink this up. I wanted to grab a big sentiment stamp here so I could show you just how cool this is. This is some regular Nina Solar white cardstock. So I'm just going to put this on an acrylic block and ink it up with that DIY ink pad that we just created. I ended up buying 3 of them because I was so excited about the possibilities. So I did this one with the blue and green tones, and the next one I'm going to do later on in the video is going to be like this bold rainbow color. So it's super, super, super neat. So I'm just going to pick this stamp up with my acrylic block, and then I'm going to take my ink pad. I'm going to push all those, palettes together, and then I can go ahead and ink it up. So I decided to start with the Cracked Pistachio up at the top first. So I kind of flipped that upside down, and I'm just kind of going left to right, left to right. And if you overlap some of your images, I promise that's okay too. It's not going to hurt anything from what I have discovered here. So I'm just kind of eyeballing how I want to stamp this up. Then I'm going to press down. And then when I lift up, I just have this gorgeous ombre inked up sentiment. It's just so beautiful. Isn't that pretty? And now I have an ink pad with all those colors. So I can do this all the time if I want to. I just love it. I love this whole idea. I bow to Julie for introducing this product to me. I really, I'm going to stop right now and bow to her. Okay, I'm up. All right, so that's this. I wanted to do it again, stamp it one more time. And because this is a Distress ink refill I'm using, it's formulated to react with water. So this is some watercolor cardstock. So you can see I'm going left to right, kind of doing a little shimmy, little wiggle, and then I'm going to stamp it again. And then this time, because again I'm using Distress ink refills, they are formulated to react with water. So I'm going to grab a paintbrush, and I've got some water, a little bucket of water nearby, and I'm just going to flick on some water. Now I'm not using bold color, so it's going to be very subtle. So you see how I had to unclick that before I could put the lid on? I love that they did that feature for us. So here I am just flicking on some water. Now again, this is very subtle. I'm not going in with a heap load of water or anything like that, but when I do my next card with the next ink pad that I made, it's going to be a lot more obvious. But you can see the very subtle, especially in day, you have a nice little watercolored sentiment there. Just so pretty. All right, so now I'm going to show you how I created this little color palette here. Again, using Distress ink refills. So the colors I used here are Festive Berries, Picked Raspberry, Peacock Feathers, Abandoned Coral, and Seedless Preserves. And I actually got my label maker. I don't know if you can tell because it's so far away, but I put the initials of the pad on my label maker, and then I stuck it on my DIY pad so I would remember exactly what colors these are. Now this time I'm grabbing a rubber stamp. I wanted to show you that you could do it you know, with the rubber stamp as well. Now that stamp is wider than my ink pad, so I just flipped it over and, you know, selectively inked up the rest of that. And I stamped it down, and then you get this beautiful colored image. Now you can see in my ink pad that that one color had a little bit of ink in it. It's okay, I promise. I think I did that when I was inking up my stamp and I overlapped the colors. It's okay. It did not mess up anything, I promise. So here I wanted to show you, because these are really bold colors, you'll really see how the Distress ink, the refills, react to this water. So you can already pick it up in the friends there. So anyway, this ink pad is just so cool. I love it. I'm so glad she introduced it to me. So again, you could add 5 different colors. It's very, very inexpensive. It's over at the Ellen Hudson store. If it's something you're interested in purchasing, I did link below where you can get it. I also linked to Julie's video that I was referencing in this video, because she's the one that introduced me to this product. So here's that little rainbow sentiment. Now I have this ink pad. I can use this for sentiments, for critters, for images. I have my own little custom ink pads with these 5 different colors now in each one. So cool. I have one more ink pad that I bought, so I can't wait to figure out what colors I'm going to ink up for that. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day.